Today we will watch a flat earther debunking his own map. Let's start. flatearthbanjo worships the AE map. He thinks the Gleason's map is correct. In this video he will debunk himself. Let's enjoy this dumpster fire.
Hope you guys are doing fine today. I would like to start this video by giving a big shout out to movie director James Azure, actor Jerry Miller, Alona Crowder. They have recently purchased a map from my store and have included in their Netflix movie. You can also watch on Amazon Prime. Excellent movie, just watch it. So there you see the map featured in a couple scenes in the movie. Thanks James and thanks Jerry.
And you can find it on YouTube. Let's have a quick look.
Hello, Charlie. I see you're sitting comfortably. I just finished another session with that insufferable Linda Morawski. Every week I tell her to leave her boyfriend, and every week she comes in crying, saying he used her for money again.
A real low-budget movie, and that they are using the map. Can it be because it's about the evil, crazy doctor? It's not about flat Earth in any way, shape or form.
So guys, seems like the flat earth map, it's always been under attack by shills. Here you see back in 2017 when I was called a Gleason Tard for defending the AE map.
A Gleason Tard, that was a new one for me.
And this is Jake Gibson.
You can debunk the AE map.
Recently we had Mr. Jaron Campanella also attacking the flat earth map.
Guess who is immediately on my list as the prime suspect shill CIA agent?
Eric Dubay.
It's the who brought us the map. So of course he's backtracking now. It's the map that he gave everybody. Where did I first see the AE map? Atlantean Conspiracy. Okay? Where did everyone else feel like they got their flat earth information from? Eric Dubay.
I can agree with Jaron. Many flat earthers have used Eric Dubay as source. For instance, his so-called 200 proofs and so on.
So guys, what seems to be the problem is that these people do not understand what maps are for. Maps are not designed to display any celestial data.
And is anybody claiming that?
Maps are designed for land masses, not to display celestial data.
And there the AE map have big problems, especially in the southern hemisphere. We will come back to that one.
So we live on a polar projection.
Seriously? Do he really believe that we live on a polar projections? Do he understand the word projection when it comes to maps?
And it's impossible to navigate around the flat earth without a polar coordinate system.
A polar coordinate system is two-dimensional. It would be better to use a spherical coordinate system.
So just picture this. We have the center pole, and no matter where we are around the center pole, our compasses will point to the magnetic north or center. We don't even need any continents draw on this projection. All we need is the 360 degrees around the polar projection. So you cannot really debunk the map unless, let's say, you decide to visit South America, you want to go to Rio de Janeiro and Buenos Aires. Getting there, you don't find those cities. Only then would the map be debunked. But if you travel to South America, you find the cities Rio de Janeiro and Buenos Aires, that means that the map is correct.
Let's have a look at that statement on the Gleason's map. Here we have Buenos Aires and here we have Rio de Janeiro. Let's put that line somewhere on the northern part of the Earth. So it's from the northern part of the Baltic Sea to south of Spain. Let's measure the distances. The first distance is 1978 kilometers and the second one 3660 kilometers. The difference is 1682 kilometers. Banjo loves to use aircrafts as proofs in his silly videos. So let's look at what a flight from Buenos Aires to Rio takes. Here we have a flight from Buenos Aires to Rio. It's British Airways. It's on Airbus A350 and the duration is 2 hours. So they are in the air 2 hours. I live in the northern part of Sweden and I have been to Spain many times, so I know that the distance here is quite correct. But Banjo tells us that this is correct. So then the distance must be 3660 kilometers. And if you fly 2 hours, our Airbus 350 must be capable of traveling in staggering 1830 kilometers per hour. Is it capable of that? No. It have a top speed of Mach 0.89. So what's the problem? The problem is the Gleason's map. That is not a working correct map.
How can it be light here, but be dark right here?
So Jake, where on there is the sun? When you say light, is it twilight, astronomical twilight, or civil twilight, or just plain daytime?
If we choose times when you see the sun, this is 17th of December, 9 in the morning UTC. And if we look on the AE map at these 3 areas, so those 3 areas can see the sun at the same time, and at that date it's 24-hour darkness in the Arctic region. How is that possible on a flat Earth?
Do those places claim the sun is visible? Maybe I need to download another app? You see, Jake, if the sun is in the middle of Ushuaia and Tasmania, then what you show is correct, and I will explain that to you here shortly. But if on the other hand the sun is off to one end or another, then that would be odd and worthy of an investigation.
And how do you explain this one, Banjo? Sun in Australia and South America, but not in Africa at the same time. Strange.
But wait a minute there, Jake. You are attempting to debunk how light works, not the map. The shape of the plane is irrelevant to how the sun and moon operate.
On this, the sun and the moon make sense, but on your flat earth pizza, it don't. You can't explain how the sun works.
You see, Jake, when you have an area with a reference point on it, in this case the North Pole, and you lay a grid over that area, mark down on the grid the points of the land masses, you are left with a map that matches the area, in other words, reality.
The map that you and most of the flat earth cult believe in don't match reality. It can't be used for navigation. As I showed earlier on, the distances don't make sense on the southern parts of the globe.
The sun, the moon, the stars can do whatever they want and they have no bearing on the map. No pun intended.
The reason we have maps is to navigate and to orientate ourselves on the globe. But the shape of the Earth have relevance when it comes to how the moon and the sun behaves.
Bearings require the geographic North Pole in order to calculate a direction.
To be able to navigate, you need a working map, and you flat earthers don't have a working map.
Because the Earth is a flat plane.
No, it's not a flat plane.
By adjusting for declination variation, you can navigate anywhere on God's flat Earth.
How do you explain declination on your flat Earth?
This cannot be done using the South Pole. It must be north. This proves that there is no South Pole.
It proves you're a fool. There are a South Pole and there are a magnetic South Pole. Oh dear.
It does not matter where on Earth you are, north is always your point of reference.
Oh dear.
As far as the circling sun over the flat Earth, well, the whole field of astrology would be pointless and useless without a circling sun, because your birth sign, star sign, is assigned to you when you're born because the sun is in that specific constellation. Let's say you are a Scorpio. That means when you were born, it was not possible to see Scorpio constellation at night because the sun was circling along with the star wheel.
Now he really lost me. Where is he going with this nonsense?
So to finish this video, I'm gonna play here what I have said back in 2017 to Jake Gibson, which is still valid today. Come across some videos about the AE map, and that's why I'm here today. I want to talk about the AE map. I want to defend this map. I want to defend the Gleason's map because this is the correct map of the flat Earth.
And I've shown that the map don't work. It's easy to check the facts in this video. The distances, if you compare the southern parts of the Earth and the northern parts, don't correspond. And if you look at the sun, it makes no sense on that map.
What makes this map accurate are the flight paths.
And that claim have been debunked by professional pilots so many times.
Well, Jake, in one of his videos, he said that the sun does not circle over the flat Earth. To explain this, we have to go back to a quote from 1904 by Carl A. Smith, who said, "Now, if we want to ascertain the shape of the floor of any large room, we get down to the floor itself and do not go about measuring the gas globes or spots on the ceiling. So it's with respect to the Earth. To determine its shape, we take observations of its surface. For whatever be the shape of the heavenly bodies, made only for lights, they cannot in any way affect the surface shape of the Earth."
And that's a quote from a flat earther that have read Rowbottom's silly books.
So we don't really know how the luminaries work. We can't assume that the shape of the Earth, the map may be wrong just because the luminaries do not work according to what we think they should do.
So you don't know how they work, but you know that they are not working, as the scientific explanation of it is. This is so silly.
We don't know how the luminaries work. I want to show another proof that the sun really circles over the flat Earth, and we will look at some of the eclipses that have happened in the past and some of them that will be happening in the future. It goes from Argentina, across the Atlantic Ocean, Congo, Red Sea. Then we have another one that starts in Africa, goes over the Red Sea, India, and South China. And the last one that goes over the Pacific Ocean, over Caroline Islands. Now you throw all this info on the Gleason's map, and this is what we get. The same cities, same places, Argentina, Atlantic Ocean, Congo, Red Sea, India, South China, Hong Kong, Caroline Island.
But you can see here clearly that it shows a circle on top of the Gleason's map.
So he don't know what the sun is, how it works, but it proves that we live on a flat Earth. Oh dear.
Because this is the circuit of the sun and the moon. It's not a perfect circle like we thought it would be on top over the Tropic of Capricorn or over the equator or over the Tropic of Cancer. But it's still going in circles, and what we can see is that the sun performs its own circuit according to where it, whatever it's supposed to do.
Your biggest problem is that you don't have a map You don't have a model, you don't have any proofs, but you claim that we don't live on a globe, without any evidence at all.
But we have evidence to believe this is the correct map.
No, you managed to show us that the map don't work.
Okay, lots of evidences. Ground evidences, surface. Not talking about the luminaries because we don't know how they work.
No, you stick to a map that don't work.
J. Gibson was debunked in 2017, and now he and Jaron Campanella gets debunked again.
The only one that flatearthbanjo managed to debunk is himself. He proved that they don't have a working map, they don't have a model, and they can't explain how the sun, the moon and the stars work. Oh dear, is it no limit for stupid flat earthers' silly claims? No, of course not. That was all I had for you today. I will be back soon. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye.